everyone here at 2K. Thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. Here we go. So it's Los Angeles now. Now Avdia. Smith outside. 5 on the clock. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
And there's a pick. Ingram. Deflected. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Shot clock at 3. Beasley misses.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Pass to Klingon. Avdia outside. Here's Beasley. Antetokounmpo covering. Here's Klingon. And here's Ingram from the arc. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Pass to Edie. Avdia with it. Pulls up. And it's Edie missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And here's Beasley.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Mutombo with the rebound.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Now here's Avdia. Here's Smith. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a nice finish on the layup.
And just tremendous putback ability. Giannis with that length and agility, just unstoppable.
Pass to Duncan. Back to Avdia. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Antetokounmpo outside. For 3. The shot, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Ingram. Back to Avdia.
You can't run the alley-oop from much further out than that.
That was absolutely crazy. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
There's 38 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now here's Avdia. And here's Ingram from the arc. Mutombo with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Antetokounmpo. Tries again. The rebound by Duncan. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Jacksonville shooting their first free throw of the game here. Here's Avdia. Pass to Ingram. Back to Avdia. With 4 on the clock. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Jacksonville is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Stolen by Ball. And they're on the break. And Ball throws it down.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Outside Ingram. Back to Avdia. They set the pick. Pass to Duncan. Fast break. Here we go. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Away team ball.
And here's Jacksonville now. They trail by 3. Clock at 6. Here's Duncan. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Outside Durant. Now Ball. Pass to Carter. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Jacksonville. Avdia with it. There's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Avdia's got 9.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Durant for 3. At the arc. KD drains it.
Easy money. Durant claps back with a 3.
Avdia outside. Ingram up top. Nice shot from the wing. Ingram's got his first points in this one. 1:46 left in the first half. Outside Durant. Outside Carter. Takes a 3. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Carter's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
A minute 22 left to play in the first half. Takes it inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. For 3, Durant. It's hauled in by Black. Here's Jacksonville now. Trailing by 2. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Smith. Tries it from 19. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they go to the intentional foul. Now a timeout called by Jacksonville. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Here's Bogut. Left side, Carter. Pass to Duncan. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw misses.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. There's 10 seconds left in the half. Here's Black. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Your dance team.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Los Angeles. They're up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
14.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Black. Smith outside. Right wing. Pass to Black. Shot clock at 5. Lets it fly. Gets some space and buries the jumper.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Edie. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Black. Pass to Thomas. Nifty move. And he lays it in.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Abdi outside. Here's Mutombo. He buries it from 3. Mutombo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. And no good.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Jacksonville trails by 4. He takes it in. Black. Smith outside. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Raja. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Home team ball.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Edie. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And now we've got an intentional foul. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. 1:46 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Takes the three. The rebound by Edey.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And here's Avdia. Yet to see a basket. The three, Durant.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Kessler. From downtown. Pulls it. And the jumper is good. Smith got his first 2 points.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
Here's Black. And there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. And now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities. If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Smith outside. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter here. 5 to shoot. Here's Black. Over Avdia. Black, no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Pass to Mutombo. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Mutombo's got 5.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Driving in. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And it's going to be Los Angeles off the tip. Pass to Edey. Back to Mutombo. Misses the 3. And so Aldridge will bring it up for Jacksonville. Six on the shot clock. Good.
Imposing his will on the interior. LaMarcus taking the contact and finishing through the play.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Rebounded by Jacksonville. Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Now Aldridge, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo from deep to the inside. Duncan. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And this is Mutombo's calling card, using that wide wingspan to just erase shots left and right. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Aldridge. Duncan surveying the D. Takes a three. That shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Outside, Avdia. Kick out to Giannis. That three off the mark. 1:30 left here in the first quarter. Screen by Duncan. And here's Gasol outside. Good on the triple. Gasol's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
Now, here's Avdia. Giannis outside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Castle. No scoring in this one. And as it goes out of bounds, Jacksonville able to keep the ball here. That's tipped. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. For the three. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
In the corner, Smith with it. Shoots the three. And it's Kurylenko with the rebound. Outside Aldridge. Driving in. And the jam by Aldridge.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And so it's Jacksonville in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Jacksonville.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Here's Bogut. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Los Angeles trails by 8. Pass to Durant. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Jacksonville. Now here is Bogut. To the paint. Olajuwon deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Bogut.
In the paint, Bogut so comfortable, and he loves working right underneath the basket.
The 3 from KD. Jacksonville leading by 10. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Left side, Porzingis to the middle. And stolen by Wembanyama. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Carter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Tatum with it. Still without a basket. 6 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Ball surveying the defense. Pass to Durant. From outside the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And he knew what he was going to do before the ball even got to him. KD is always ready to let it fly.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. A 3-pointer. Wiggins comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Now Carter. Clock at 6. And he slams it down right on top of Andrew.
And this is why he's called Vinsanity. Some of Carter's throwdowns are downright vicious.
A 3-pointer. Wiggins. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Outside Durant. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. A 3 from Wembanyama.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. KD with the block.
And how about the reach of Durant? Terrific job of having that on display defensively.
Tries again. Strong finish by KD.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Here's Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
This is his first free throw of the game. And so Durant nails them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Puts up a deep 3. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Jacksonville. And he slams it down right on top of Deni Avdija.
Stunning the crowd and the defense with that one. What a show from Doncic.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
There's Giannis with the slam.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Duncan drawing the double team. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Doncic outside. And there's the whistle. That goes on Deni Avdija. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And there's the whistle. That goes on Deni Avdija. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Down low. Here's Duncan. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's tipped. Doncic with the steal. Launches it. And it's sent back by Mutombo. And as it goes out of bounds, Jacksonville able to keep the ball here. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Duncan in the corner. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Duncan's got 6.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
Los Angeles with another miss.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Gasol on the wing. And it's off from 3-point range. Los Angeles trails by 6. That's a 2 from Smith. Here's Heaney. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Good on both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
On the wing, Duncan. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. The 4th team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Doncic outside. 4 on the shot clock. Jacksonville needs to get off a shot. Beasley for 3.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Smith drives in, and it goes down 2 points. Smith's got his first 2 points.
And although 6'10", Smith possesses incredible agility. He is going to be a terror on the attack.
And the wide open shot from Duncan. No good with the triple. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To the wing right side. Screen by Giannis. Pass to Mutombo. And he's good on the 3 ball. Mutombo's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Jacksonville leads by 1. And coming up as soon as we reach... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Pass to Carter. And he makes good on the layup. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
And they go to the intentional foul.
His third personal foul. First team foul.
Aldridge taking his time here. Knocked away. Stolen by Ball.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Wembanyama, right side. Launches a 3. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Aldridge. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Ball. Porzingis with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Karolinko. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
That drive by Carter lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Jacksonville.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Castle. It's Karolinko on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Trying to get something going. And he sinks the layup.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Wembanyama outside. Back to Ball. Wembanyama looking it over. Stolen by Karolinko. The wide open look here for Aldridge. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Duncan right side. Here's Wembanyama. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Guards clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
To Porzingis to tie it up. Count and tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
From deep, Los Angeles with another miss. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And so here's Jacksonville. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Porzingis puts up a deep three. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And here's Avdia. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Mutombo sets a screen. Giannis striding in. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Jacksonville. No good from Beasley. Outside, Antetokounmpo, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Giannis. Six to shoot. Smith in the posts. Hands it from downtown. Mutombo's got the first basket here in overtime for Los Angeles.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. Boy, does he stun the crowd by answering right back with that triple to get the game back to even.
Outside, Antetokounmpo tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Duncan. Cans the three.
How about the concentration from Duncan? Doesn't budge even in the biggest of moments.
They set the screen. On the wing, Giannis. Beyond the arc. It falls! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis. And Ball ready for these moments, showing he wants the rock in his hands. Love it.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to ball. Buries the triple. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And he... knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
Quit the game, bitch. Quit the game. You play 2K like you play your shots, bitch. Fucking normal, Riz.
A great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that about wraps it up. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.